Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Purple Dev, aka the Dev Thing. And in this video, we're gonna take this GT3RS on track for the very first time. In the previous video, we talked about what it meant to drive this thing on the limit. This thing is an absolute beast on track. It truly came alive. It was unreal, the experience in this car, doing lapping days with a coach, providing you guidance on how to control this car through the track. So we joined the guys at APEXV2R with Marc-Andre and his team out at Shannonville Motorsports Park to really unleash this to its full potential. I mean, maybe not really to its full potential, to my potential. Now, I say that because my 10/10s, or let's say 9/10s, because I'm not ready to push my limits to the max yet, is probably pushing the car's 5/10s. So you're really not utilizing, or at least I'm not utilizing the car to its full capacity. But what I do on the street in terms of pushing it, getting up to 9,000 RPM, I'm doing it within a safe environment at a track. Now the guys at APEXV2R provides coaches for someone that's new and guides you along as well. You know, show you how to be smooth with your brake application, your throttle application, when to turn in, when to apply the brakes, and so on. So that's really good if you're first time out on track with a GT3RS, or just any car for that matter. So let's take you right into the video, take you on track and show you what that experience was like. I did a bit of a boo-boo on this day. I didn't quite turn on the front-facing camera that was going to capture the front of the car on the track in front of it. So the only content I have from this day is the camera facing inside the cabin. Feels like a bit of a shame that I didn't get the front-facing camera turned on. But I think overall, I think you get a sense of what it felt like being on track for the very first time. I was on there with my wife and my brother-in-law and a couple of other folks that were in the area as well. So it was an amazing experience. It's hard to film, record content, and focus on the track at the same time. So I did the best I could. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Motorsports Park with APEXV2R to take this thing on track for the very first time. A little nervous but excited at the same time. So let's go check it out. Alright, picture in picture. So felt a bit rushed because we're a bit late coming here. So now we're lining up to go on track. Everything's on, PDK Sport, exhaust on, sport suspension, all of it's set up. Progressive ride, keeping the nanny controls on a little bit, just because.
Such a cute car. Alright, hot.
Keep in mind, slipper's down. back end is starting to get very loose.
Your back end?
Yeah.
Like your car back end, right?
The tires, I need to let off a little bit of pressure. Pressures are a bit off.
Oh, like too
Negative 7 psi. It's a little too much.
much on this side, right?
Yeah. We'll take it easy, I guess.
Yeah.
Do a lap. We'll come back. We'll get some more air in, and then I'll come back on.
Anyway, when you brake, I want to be able to
Yeah. Brace yourself.
step on it. Yeah, coffee. That sounds so good. Yeah, he was pushing me really hard.
Oh yeah. Like you should see Mark Andre drive the GT3RS.
Like I was going way faster than I was supposed to.
Were you staring at?
No, I was like going way faster than I know I can. I didn't know I can. I was like, wow. Now this corner, it's tight. So the pylon is where you stop braking, right?
Yeah. That's what I use as gear marker.
So he said, keep going.
Yeah. Right. Nice and tight. And then trail down.
slam on the brake hard, and then make a U.
Okay, there you go. Everyone's got. See, that's probably the fastest through there. I'm reacting in some cases.
Yeah.
I don't see that's coming.
Yeah.
So
it was doing that to me. I was like, holy shit, okay. I was like, alright.
I'm gonna do a quick drive around to let the car cool down.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You want to get out or?
Yeah. Man, it's a nice drive. Oh shit.
That'll help you. You left a sweat behind.
No.
I'm just kidding.
All right, a little quick check-in on where we're at so far. So we've spent almost half the day on track. I've done maybe 3 sessions now, and wow, the car is amazing. It's raining outside. I'm not quite ready to take it on a wet track, so I'm kind of taking a break. It's also lunchtime, so that's where we're at. Now, if you own one of these cars and you're kind of debating on whether or not to take it on track, I highly recommend you take it on track. This car it's unreal. When you think you're about to lose control, the car just does it for you. It just takes care of you and makes you drive like a hero. And you're not necessarily a hero yet because you're still learning the ropes and trying to learn to go fast with the car. But such an amazing experience, such a great car. The PDK, wow, it's so smooth, so fast in the shifting. Drive it in manual. If you're not comfortable, the first time around, you can drive it in automatic and you can really get by as well. But for me, I just put it in manual. I knew what gears. Sometimes you got to figure out what gear you want to take the turn in. Sometimes you're 3 or 4, depending on how much speed you're carrying, obviously. So that's a learning thing, optimizing for the line on the track for it to be as fast as possible. Now, again, I'm not here to time myself. I'm not here to race anybody. I'm just here to learn what the car can do, and some coaches here guide me along. And helping me be safe and understand what the car is capable of. And what I think is really cool is a lot of this will translate onto the streets as well. If ever you get into a situation where you need to react to how the car does something, you're ready for it. You feel the back end shifting, you can react because you now know what it means for the car to rotate or over rotate in some cases. If you're on the street and you're losing control, you can bring it back in. To a lot, it's pretty normal, but again, on the streets, you're not driving at the speeds like you are on track. So it's a whole different experience, and I highly recommend it. I'll do it again. The other thing, I do have a Porsche event that's coming up as well, and that's a Porsche Cup event. We'll be doing that at Mont Tremblant, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go get some food before this stuff all kind of finishes. I gotta go find my wife and her friend as well. Maybe we'll do a drive somewhere and get some food. If you're liking the video so far, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
Oh yeah, no. I brought some diapers.
Well, I might if I fail out.
Hey bro, you want to take my car? Take it.
Don't say that to me now. All right. Right. One day we experienced a dry and wet track. So I'll be taking this car out for the first time on a wet track. Still raining too.
Yeah, still raining.
Yeah. All right, that means smooth on everything. Brake early, smooth throttle input. Man, there's a lot of cars though. shit. All right, let's go.
It's actually really weird to hear the engine in the back.
Oh, some do soft. Okay, remember to take it easy. Wow, that feels so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Notice right away.
Well, we gotta warm up the tires a little bit. Otherwise, the back end would decide to do a little funny business. Anywhere close to what we were doing in the
Before?
Somehow I don't seem to like that corner.
No.
I'm just not smooth on that one. Oh, there's like no grip.
Oh my god, the sound.
Trying to keep a safe distance from the guy in front.
Yeah. Just in case, right?
This is the turn I don't like so much. Oh, good save.
Nice.
On that note,
That was starting to head out a little bit there. Shit.
that's when I know, okay, I got a bit. Having an oh shit moment right there. It sucks because I was distracted by the guy behind me and the guy in front.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta get close to the guy to pass, but I can't. Anyways, that was good.
Yeah, I noticed like I get distracted by the cars in front of me a lot.
Well,
My coach was like, "Hey, keep your eyes off them and just focus on your own lines." Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Well,
fucking awesome, man.
it's hard because in the wet, I don't know what the braking distance is gonna be if I hit hard and
Oh,
I could
see.
slide right into the guy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like keep a distance,
That's true.
and then the guy behind me is like a front wheel drive just going bonkers.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Thanks.
Well, I think that looks about the end of our lapping session. It's raining and it's getting heavier and heavier, and there's no signs of it slowing down. So I think this is it for the day. Lots of rain. I went to fuel up, make sure my tank was full, and I was heading back to the track to see if the track is completely shut down or if they're allowing some cars on. And if they are, maybe I'll do a couple more laps, really slow, just see what it's all about. And then that's it. I'm gonna meet the ladies, grab some food, and then head on back.
Hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video. There's a lot of content in there in terms of what I had experienced with the GT3RS on track. It's a surreal experience. If you're in a position with a GT car, or just any sports car for that matter, and you're asking yourself, should I take it on track and experience it? I highly recommend it. Obviously, if it's the very first time, get a coach, get someone that will show you the ropes and teach you the basics. Now, I want to take this back to the previous video I had done where we talked about the engagement, the involvement piece of this car. Now, on track, my God, this thing is a handful. Your sensors, there's so much information you're trying to gather at one moment. You almost forget, you totally forget that you don't have a manual, and you are so involved in various other aspects of the driving. It's not about the shifting, it's not about applying the clutch pedal, it's about finding that smooth line, applying smooth braking, smooth throttle application, and smooth steering input. And that by itself is so much to absorb and get better at that you are so engaged in it. And this thing was screaming, as you saw in the video. It screams at 9,000 RPM. It wakes you up. My brother-in-law had a 600 LT, and that's an amazing car. Now, being on track, that thing just blitzes. But the way this naturally aspirated motor sounds, even him sitting in the car with me was like, wow, that sounds amazing. Nonetheless, my point being, this is a very engaging car. So what you really have to ask yourself with a GT car is, do you want a street car for track use, or do you want a track car for the street? There are two different applications for two different types of people. So pick your poison. You can't go wrong. So this has been one hell of an experience. I have a couple more lapping sessions lined up. I've got this Porsche Sport Cup event lined up as well, which would be sometime in August. Probably head out to Calabogie as well, do their HPDE event, that's high performance driving education event, and yeah, just get more seat time in this car and really feel what this car can do. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, and hit that bell button so you get notified of my next video upload as well. I really appreciate you guys all watching this much and watching this video all the way through. And I'll see you all in the next one.